Justin Sigmund, who is the second highest ranking officer in the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, has resigned after being charged in a federal SA case involving a kid. Sheriff's Office staff were told Friday about Sigmund's resignation. Captain Eric Mullen of the Sheriff's Office wrote in a short statement sent to the news agencies. Federal court records said that Sigmund was arrested Monday in Florida on a charge of having horrible contact. I mean, he's a predator. And he allegedly preyed on a minor who's under the age of 12. Sigmund had been on a cruise from the port of Miami to the Bahamas and back, and a witness saw him inappropriately touching a girl who had been sitting in his lap, court records said. The witness made a video of the incident, and the ship's security cameras also recorded it. Sigmund was charged after the ship returned to Florida. Wow, so someone recorded this guy touching on someone who's under the age of 18. Wow. Sigmund told investigators that he understood the touching could be seen as inappropriate, but that he did not mean it to be of that nature, the federal complaint said. After the girl got off his lap, Sigmund was even seen covering his lower areas with his hands for an extended period of time, the criminal complaint said. He told investigators that he did this because he was cold. Wow. Whatever, dude. That's disgusting, bro. This dude is a police officer, or at least he was a police officer until he resigned. How many people, how many little girls, how many people have this dude touched? How many kids? This is the face of law enforcement, y'all. This is the face of law enforcement. Blue Lives Matter, they don't want to talk about this. But this is the face of law enforcement. Right? As the news of Sigmund's arrest broke Friday, Franklin County Sheriff Bill Overton declined to comment. Saturday's statement said that the sheriff's office learned recently about the federal charge, and that since that time, we have been working to gather all the information we can based on the limited amount provided by federal authorities. Our prayers are with the Sigmund family, the sheriff's office said. The Sigmund family? Your prayers are with the family and not the kid this dude was allegedly touching on? Wow. And here's a picture of this guy. Here's his picture. Wow. So their prayers are with the Sigmund family, right? Their prayers are with the Sigmund family. This is what the sheriff's office said, right? The Franklin County Sheriff Bill Overton, right? He says the prayers are with the Sigmund family. The officer here, the cop here, the prayers are not with the little girl this guy was touching on, who's under the age of 12. Wow, Blue Lives Matter. Y'all are monsters. If you still support cops after you see that statement from the sheriff, you're a bad person. You are a bad person. There is no redeeming you at that point. Justin Sigmund is a police officer. Well, he resigned because he was caught on a cruise ship touching on a little girl who's under the age of 12. Under the age of 12. And the sheriff's office, they put out a statement saying, hey, our prayers are with the Sigmund family, the family of the officer. They didn't say our prayers are with the alleged victim who's under the age of 12. Cops are monsters. Cops are monsters. And anyone who supports them is also, by extension, a monster. I don't trust you around children at that point. Once you say you support police officers, you're a monster. You're a monster. There's no way you hear this story and still say you support police officers. If you do, you're a monster. You're a monster. You're a monster. There's no two ways about it. There's levels, man. There's levels, man. There's levels. And there's no way you call yourself a good person and tell me this is not unbelievable. This is the FBI, Department of Homeland Security, Secret Service, everyone needs to move in on that department immediately. Because if that's how that sheriff feels, right? If that's how that sheriff feels, then that means he must feel that way about other people who did the exact same thing. If you can still support cops after hearing this story, you shouldn't be around children. You shouldn't have children. You shouldn't even be within 50 feet of a child. Period. And if you have children, they should be taken from you. If you can't at least agree this is bad, that whole department should be disbanded, and at least for 1 day to not defend cops for 1 day. Shut up. Don't defend cops. If you can't do that for 1 day after hearing a story like this, you're a monster. You're a monster. You can't be saved. You can't be saved. No. If this doesn't make you angry, there's something wrong with you. If this doesn't make you have a Franklin County officer, a cop, an officer of the law who resigned after being charged because he was out here touching on a little girl who's under the age of 12. The sheriff involved, the guy who was the guy's boss, sheriff, the Franklin County Sheriff Bill Overton, said that his prayers are with the Sigmund family, and he didn't say anything about the alleged victim who's under the age of 12 that this former officer of the law was touching on a cruise ship. If you still support police officers after hearing all that, you're trash. If you have children, they should be taken. Period. I said what I said, and I meant it.